So, Mark, how did you get here in Belgrade and when the cooperation with Nikola started?
I met Nick Lonchar. It had to be 2 or 3 years ago. We saved the Tesla Science Center with a crowd fund. I had heard about Nick for years because he was trying to be as supportive as he could through the Tesla Science Foundation to our board as they endeavored to start a museum. And I got more involved and reached out to Nick because we had to create one of our first exhibits in our hometown to kind of brand the museum. And we collaborated on that exhibit, and we were able to take some of his exhibit that he's created and showcase it to brand Tesla. And we realized very quickly that the Tesla Science Foundation and the Tesla Science Center working together helps to put Tesla in the light that he needs to be put into and to educate people throughout the United States. Obviously, we want to do that around the world. So Nick Lonchar has a number of contacts here in Belgrade, Serbia. There's a huge amount of support for our effort in New York, here in Belgrade. So this has been a long time coming of Nick making some introductions to people that want to get involved with our effort.
But you keep going on with Tesla and story about Tesla.
So our job is to tell the most accurate story about Nikola Tesla possible. In the United States, a number of folks do not realize how important Tesla was to our lives. I actually had to go through a metamorphosis myself. I was a New York State legislator when my community came to me and said, we need to save the Tesla lab. I didn't know enough about Nikola Tesla at the time, and they had to educate me. And once I realized how much our lives would be so different today if Nikola Tesla never lived or never invented, I knew how important this World Historic Site was. My board knew how important this World Historic Site was. So it became our mission to, one, preserve his lab. Now it's our mission to open that lab to the public as a museum and tell the Tesla story. That's partly telling the history of Tesla, but he's so much more than just what he did 100 years ago. Tesla was a visionary. Tesla was a humanitarian. He believed in innovation to improve humanity. He selflessly gave of his mind and his inventions to move humanity forward.
Belgrade, Mark in Belgrade and Tesla here. What is the story today?
So today, Nick and I have met with a number of folks from a number of different sectors. Today was all about the future. So I say that Tesla is not just about the past. We plan on our site to have a museum to Nikola Tesla, and then a science center that celebrates the inventions of today to inspire the future Teslas of tomorrow. And then the last component is a business accelerator that'll bring companies from all around the world to the Tesla site to help the Teslas of today commercialize their products. And we have met with the Science and Technology Park, which is an incubator here in Belgrade. We came here to the Electrical Engineering School, and we're meeting with a number of the silos that we can collaborate with in a transatlantic relationship. Tomorrow we'll be meeting with the Belgrade Museum for the Nikola Tesla and finding ways where we can collaborate on exhibits that can travel the world and do that together. The more we work together in that Tesla space, everybody that's interested in Nikola Tesla, the more effective we'll be in efficiently and effectively telling a story.
What about a conference that happened the day before?
So the main reason I came was the actual conference. What I'm detailing right now is all the extracurricular activities that you usually try to pack into when you travel for a conference. But yesterday was the Tesla's People Conference here in Belgrade. Mr. Lonchar from Tesla Science Foundation has been telling me about this conference for a number of years. I've attended his conference in January in New York City over the past few years. So it was a good opportunity to meet people here in Belgrade that are interested in Tesla in general, and then by translation interested in the project in New York.
What do you think about students here of this faculty?
So
and their work?
It was an interesting tour here. After this tour, I am very hopeful that I'll find ways to work with the students here. They start with some of the older equipment from Tesla's day, and they train students from that equipment, and they move them forward to today's standards. And so, as a historic museum, it's hard to find people that can actually replicate what Tesla was building. And so this was a great introduction for us as we plan our exhibits. But when you're talking about having a business accelerator helping startups, you're going to have a number of companies that need electrical engineering. And what I've learned in this tour of Belgrade and its innovation ecosystem, this is a great place for companies all around the world to source some of their engineering. The education system is stellar, and there's a lot of talent here. So it's a great place to come to actually provide some engineering and innovation. So one of the main things that we do as we travel the world for the Tesla Science Center is we need to raise another $15 million. So we raised enough money to save the property, and that cost $2 million. And we raised another $5 million on top of that. This is a $20 million project. And so we are going to get started because we're confident that we will raise the funds necessary to restore his lab, open it to the public, house exhibits in it, and do what really Tesla deserves and provide a temple to tech in his old lab. But we need your help. And so if you can, donate, if you could donate funding, if you could donate talent, if you could make introductions for us, we are out there reaching out to the crowd that has helped us save the site. You helped us save it, now help us open it.
On your way back to America, what will be the main line? I've been to Belgrade, I've been to Tesla's town. What are you going to say to your fellows or students or your friends?
So on a professional basis, I will reiterate everything I just said in terms of the engineering and collaborating with the museum and with the innovation ecosystem here. On a personal level, I'm just going to say how much I miss the food and the people and the street music. It is such a wonderful city to come and visit. I plan to come here not on business but on pleasure with my family very soon.